Hey everybody, I had 96 new jelly rolls delivered today and added to my website. Now, out of the 96 rolls, we have 16 different pattern options available. So I figured we can get together and I can give you a closer look at every single one of these beauties. All of the jelly rolls are a 40 strip count. They are by Riley Blake Designs and they are $39.98. Now, anytime I go shopping for a jelly roll, specifically for a jelly roll rug, I like to not only look at the pretty patterns on the side, but I also like to turn this over. And this kind of gives me a good idea of what the vibes are going to be for my jelly roll rug. So that's kind of some things that I look for when I'm out shopping. Now, this one first is called Wanderlust. And this one gives me like really pretty hippie vibes. So fun. And next up we've got, it's going to be Fragrant Fields. This is some really beautiful like purples and greens. Just a very happy prints. Now, one thing I love about pre-cuts is all the work's already done for you. It's already cut. It's already assembled. You don't even have to worry about changing the order. You can just grab and go, especially if you're new to sewing and things like cutting fabric, selecting fabric intimidates you. They're a really great option to have. But next up we have Vintage Charm. And same thing. Those are some really cute vibes. And my rule of thumb, and just because it works for me, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. But what I like to do is whatever I do, I like to end it in my darkest color to give your rug that illusion of a border. Also, the ends of your rug are going to take the most dirt and stuff, just to try to kind of conceal that as well. Next up, we have Porch Swing. So many of these rolls I have been wanting to do, and I just haven't had the time to do it yet. So when it sells out, I'm excited and bummed all at the same time. But I am excited that you guys are getting to sew with them, so that's always a win. Let's see. Next up, we have Get Your Crayon. Of course, I'm going to be a sucker for any Crayola or kids-themed anything because that's my world right now. Let me flip it over. Here we go. Now, I will say you guys are so awesome. When I first started selling jelly rolls, I wasn't sure if it was going to take. And I started just doing 3 at a time, smaller orders, kind of dipping my toe into it. Y'all have been such rock stars. So up until recently, anytime I had a print, I would only order 3 of each just because I was scared of if it was going to sell or not. Well, recently I started increasing that order because as soon as I get them in, you guys are fantastic and sell me out, which is a good problem to have. Next up, Mansfield Park. Kind of give you another idea of the vibes on the side. I mean, all of these just bring me so much joy. I remember back in the day when I first started sewing, and I feel like this is very common for anybody new to sewing. You would only like to buy one project at a time. You're like, I'm not buying any fabric until I know what I'm doing. And everybody used to laugh at me and say that would change. I didn't believe them, but I get it now. All right, next up, this one I've had for a while and it consistently sells out. So it's Serenity Blues. It is such a gorgeous combination of grays and blues. And this is one of the first rolls I actually started ordering more of because everybody was enjoying it so much. So I did get this one back in stock. Let's see, next up we have, sometimes the ribbon kind of blocks the name, Curated Blooms. Now this is the same designer that did the Wanderlust. And when you look at them from the side, they actually give very similar vibes. I don't know where that one is. That's fine. But once you get to see the full patterns, it is a totally different style. Still stunning, still gorgeous. And what you can see here, a lot of times when they're prearranged, you could even just see where it starts. Typically, it ends on a darker color. So that even makes it easier if you're doing a rug to go, okay, this will be my beginning and this will be my end. It's not always the case, but rarely do I actually change the order of a pre-cut jelly roll. Next up, we have Buds and Butterflies. This is another just precious one. Just greens, purples, lavenders. I've noticed in the jelly roll world, there's a lot of floral. And I try to, one, they're stunning and I like to offer them. But then two, I also do try to like to dabble outside of floral when I can, because I feel like it's very prominent. Ooh, this one's fun. Honeybees and flowers, please. Hands down, this will sell out probably fast because it's another very popular one. This one and Serenity Blues. If you like sunflowers, if you like bees, this one is so fun. Now, I will say majority of these jelly rolls, so I run a Facebook group called Jelly Roll Rug Junkies, and it's a free group, and I have seen a lot of these rolls be made into rugs already. So in case you're wondering what it might look like, feel free to join, feel free to search the name of these, and you might have some rugs that are already done populate, and that might help you decide if you want to go that way or not. Next up, Botanic Blast. This one's so rich. All the colors are so fun. What's funny is this typically isn't my style, but once I saw it, I was instantly sold, and I really wanted to give this one a try. I just haven't had the chance yet. Over here. Yes, ma'am. Oh my gosh. Where are your clothes? Well, that was interesting. Okay, we got 5 left on our lineup. Next up, we have Always in Season. I do know this one. Someone already made this one and has it in the group for sure because, I was in love with it. They did a fantastic job. And this one, I'm a sucker, if you haven't noticed, for rainbows in general, just colorful things. And it gives you the rainbow palette without being so literal. It's just so fun, and it's just a very happy print. I love it. Next up, we have Chloe. I will say it is a lot of girl vibes. One thing I hear a lot, or a lot of complaints, are of there's not enough stuff for boys. So I promise whenever I see them, I try to grab them for you guys. But I get it. All right, 3 more left. Yes, ma'am. We came to let me know that we finished our breakfast. Okay, next up we have Midnight Meadow. If you are a sucker for blacks and whites, this one's really pretty. A lot of blacks, whites, and grays. I feel like I saw this one on the group as well. We got 2 more left. We have dun, 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 Stay Wild. This is another like really funky, well, funky in a good way, boho vibe. So fun. That one's really pretty. And last but not least, we have Melody. Can you say Melody? Melody. Here is our gorgeous Melody. And again, I went ahead and added all of these to my website before posting this. Usually I've done the opposite, and I know some people hop over to the website and then they get confused or frustrated that they're not there. So I switched it up. Hopefully this will make it more enjoyable for everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you like the new stock of goodies. And we'll see you all later. Do you want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
I'm the Grinch.